Yeah, on the train, on tracks, going around the studios. So rather than doing a bunch of this kind of acting, it was just, I mean, completely authentic.
It is rolling and time is running out. A star-studded cast remakes the 1974 movie Murder on the Orient Express. And movie writer Mike Scott of NOLA.com, the Times-Picayune, joins us, and someone who doesn't, I know, well, critics in general don't always like sequels, or this is not a sequel, but a remake.
And it's been 45 years since Sidney Lumet gave us his star-studded version, his memorable star-studded version.
Is it fresh? What do you think?
Well, yes, it's got a different feel from the first one. Kenneth Branagh directs this one. He directs and stars as Hercule Poirot, the Belgian detective at the center of it all. The story is the same, a group of people trapped on a snowbound train who all become suspects when one of them is murdered. This one, again, we get another all-star cast. In addition to Branagh, we have Michelle Pfeiffer, we have Johnny Depp, we have Judi Dench, Penelope Cruz, Josh Gad, Willem Dafoe. The list goes on and on. And what we don't get, though, I think, is the definitive Agatha Christie movie. There's a lot to like about this one. It's a beautiful-looking movie. It's got that great cast. It's got a nice sense of fun as you puzzle it through. But it's a little mixed in tone, and it starts dragging a little bit in the middle.
Interesting. It seems like the cinematography and, to some degree, the special effects that were necessary would make it better.
You would think
in some ways.
It just, yeah, and it does freshen it up. There's been a lot said about Kenneth Branagh's tremendous mustache in the film. Whether you're familiar with the original or not, or the book or not, you'll like this movie. Just don't expect a masterpiece.
All right, so that's the remake. Here's the sequel, Daddy's Home 2.
Yeah, speaking of not masterpieces, right? This is Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg reprise their roles as a pair of a competitive dad and stepdad of two children. This time, to throwing it into the mix to spice it up, their own dads come in, played by Mel Gibson and John Lithgow. Now, this one didn't screen widely for critics, so I haven't seen it yet, but the early reviews on this are, it's a Will Ferrell movie, so you kind of know what's there. A bunch of deliberately stupid laughs, as long as you have a tolerance for deliberately stupid things. And there's also a little bit of an emotional component in there and some holiday cheer.
So if you like Will Ferrell movies, you'll probably like this
Exactly.
movie. And then this one's really fascinating, 7852, which is really an examination through a documentary at one scene in one movie.
That's right. This is sort of a Film Geeks movie, but, you know, guilty as charged.
Okay.
But the scene at heart really is an important scene. It's the shower scene from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, which only occupied the screen for a couple of minutes, but it took 78 camera setups and 52 edits to make, thus the title of the documentary. And it gives us a nice close read of that scene, so we get the technical look at it, but it also puts it into historical context and cultural context, and shows how it really not only changed the way that people make films, but the way we watch films. It's really a fascinating movie that moves along very quickly. It's only playing at the Chalmette Movies, but that's my pick for the week. Sort of the under-the-radar pick for the week.
Especially if you're a big movie classic.
If you're a movie buff, you got to see this.
All right, thanks, Mike Scott, as always.